I'm going to ask this question. I swear to God, I'm not being a shithead.
Okay.
How many trans employees could there possibly be at Netflix?
That's a good question. And honestly, the question came across my mind too whenever I first read that headline. But I don't know.
And so actually, you sent it to me. I didn't send it to you.
Yeah.
And my immediate response was, they'll be replaced by the end of the day. Do you think Netflix care? But I say this because how many people could that have been? 6, 8? Okay, let's say it's 26.
Okay.
They'll be replaced by the end of the day. Now, I'm not saying it's not normal to be trans. That's not what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is really the question I just asked. How many possible trans employees could there be at Netflix?
Okay. Based off of you saying that they will be replaced by the end of the day, I understand what you're saying. However, imagine the lawsuits.
You left. We need someone to work. Bye.
There, you know as well as I do that there are other factors at play in this scenario because they are trans. I'm just saying there's discrimination factors in here too. I understand the walkout part. If you walked out, you basically gave up your job. Should that be equal across the board, no matter who you are, what race, what religion, what anything you are? Should that be, you walked out, you walked away from your job? Yeah, but they feel like they're fighting for something.
Okay. I'm glad you said that. Here's my biggest problem with this entire thing. If you feel like you're a marginalized group who's being discriminated against and you want equality, why are you trying to cancel a guy that wants to make jokes about you? If he's making jokes about you, clearly you're equal in the eyes of this person, meaning everyone's fair game, which is the way it should be. So if you really want equality and you really want to be considered a part of society, you're not any different than anyone else, then you should allow people to joke about you. Fair, right? Where does it end? Where does it start? Where does it end?
In what you're saying, it makes sense because if you were, say, Dave Chappelle special was doing nothing but just bad mouthing and attacking white people, if all the white people that work at Netflix were going to stage a walkout until they pulled that down, that's basically the same concept, right? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, but you can't. We've already established if you're white, you can't be offended. There's nothing. It's not the same. Come on. What's he gonna say? He talks about white people often.
I know. But see, to us, it's funny.
But my point is this: if you want to be equal in the eyes of society, having a comedian of the level of Dave Chappelle, someone like that, speak about your group of people in a joking way should mean a lot. It means you've broken the ground of being a lesser group of people, I guess is what I'm saying. You're everyone. We are everyone, right?
Yeah.
That's been my biggest problem with this all. It's like no one stops to think about that. The other thing I think that bothers me too, and so why is it with comedy, comedians are under fire about joking about homosexuals, trans, basically the community that Dave Chappelle was talking about, the LGBTQ community and the trans community, they're off limits even with comedy. But if someone were to make a movie that was solely focused on trans and their struggles, or if someone wrote a book that was solely focused on trans and their struggles, that would be a proud moment. That person, whoever made the movie, whoever wrote the book, would be considered a hero because they're telling their story. No one complains about that. Isn't that what Dave Chappelle's doing?
What do you mean by how?
He's telling, even though he's joking, and even though he's at times bringing to the surface things that perhaps this group of people might not want to hear, he's still telling their story. He's still letting the public know, he's letting his audience know about this group of people. He's educating to them. He's educating his audience to this group of people. So why is that any different than someone who may, and again, I didn't even say what kind of movie. What if it's a movie about a trans person who gets killed because they're trans? That's fucking deep. That's heavy. Why is it off limits for it to be material for a comedian to discuss? But there can be books written, there can be movies made, there can be TV shows made.